Welcome back to Being Beth. Welcome, besties. Today I need to do my August TBR because I still haven't done that and I really don't know what I want to read. So this video might be really long because you could genuinely spend the whole day with me trying to figure out what I want to read in August. I'm quickly just going to go through my July wrap-up. I actually don't even know what I read in July. Okay, I didn't read a lot. So, they're the books. I do have the book by Chris. Where are you? Oh. There's that one. I don't have the one by Chris, that's a lie. So, my not August. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. My July wrap up. So, I read. Where's July? Okay, so. First book of July was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I haven't added what I rated this book onto my Fable. But I think it was quite high. I'm sure it was a 4. I have put it on my Instagram, so I'll have to double check that one. But yeah, this was my first read and I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, spot on, that one. Then I did read it on Kindle, but then I went to an event where I actually met this author and got the book and had it signed. So then I read When You Disappeared by John Mars. That was at the beginning of July. This book, I sobbed, and I mean sobbed, during this book. It took me about 45 minutes to read, I'd say, the last 2 chapters. So, all the way through, I honestly wasn't really enjoying it, and I got to about 80, I think it was 81% or something like that. And I thought, I'm gonna have to DNF this book. And I thought, do you know what? No, I'm nearly through it. Don't DNF it. It's a 4.25. It's now a 4.25. This book, I don't even know what to say. And if I feel like I wish I'd read the second book of John Mars's that I read this month. I wish I'd read that first because I think I would have enjoyed the start of this more. But yeah, 4.25, When You Disappeared. Basically, a woman's husband goes missing, he's presumed dead, and then he turns up on her doorstep. And like, it all just takes such a turn because the whole book is like, it's a really slow burn. So it's talking about him being missing and then like what they're doing, what he's doing, what he did at certain times, and it's back and forth. Oh gosh. And yeah, it just is honestly oh, I'm stuck, see? Can't go. John Mars. I met him and told him about this book at the beginning of July and how it made me feel. So I got it signed as well. Honestly, just read it. Just get through it if you think the beginning's not. How it was going from a possible DNF to a 4.25 is nuts to me. But yes, that was my second book of July. Was it my second book? Whatever order. Anyway. Then I read... Okay, these aren't in order actually because some of these are on Kindle. So I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And I actually really loved this book. Like, really loved this book. It was just so... Just sweet. And I just enjoyed it. It was such a good summer read. I gave it 4 stars. And... yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. Okay, I did read The Crucifix Killer as well by Chris Carter. I'll just show you if you can see, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I read that on Kindle. I gave that a 4-star. That was so good. I also met Chris Carter at the same time that I met John Mars. And it, again, he was amazing. We were doing shots with him, like, he was so cool. And yeah, I absolutely loved that book. And I definitely want to get the rest of the series with that one, which one of them could be this month's TBR. Anyway, then another John Mars. These aren't in order now. You Kill Me First. This one, also signed, but I hadn't read this one before I met him. But yeah, You Killed Me First. I loved this. 4.25. Just absolute a bit of me. I only highlighted one bit in this. And it says, I'd swap a kidney for a date with Idris Elba. John, you know. So yeah, that really good as well. This I liked because it was a little bit like Frida McFadden's books, you know, when it goes from like dual point of view, but it wasn't as long as like that dual point of view. It was every other sort of chapter, and like it was different person each chapter, and I just love that. I love that sort of writing. So again, John Mars, absolute babe. Then I read, I'm not even sure if I'd give this a 3. I did put it down as a 3, but I read The Life Impossible by Matt Haig. I thought this was going to be amazing, honestly. Like, I just found the writing a little bit weird. And I did end up actually reading it on my Kindle in the end, because the book, like, just the writing in it, the setup of it, like the colour of the page, like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I did read this on my Kindle and audiobook it a little bit last weekend when I was looking after Sandy, and I'd like Walker, I'd put it on, but it just didn't capture me. I put 3 stars, but I feel like it might be a 2.5, I'm not gonna lie, 2.75 maybe. It just didn't hit for me, unfortunately, but the whole idea of it was really good, really nice, but just, yeah, just wasn't for me, and it's okay. Then I read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Now, I saw a lot of people say they weren't massive on this book. They didn't find it her best. I loved this. I gave this a 4.25. I gave this more than Book Lovers. Like, I just was obsessed with the storyline behind this. It was so beautiful, genuinely. Like, I just absolutely loved it. I loved reading it. I don't normally like hardbacks, but the whole book, I just loved it. So that was a 4.25 from me. And yeah, Emily Henry, very, very quickly, maybe is my favourite author. Then I read, I'm trying to get this up. I read Do Not Unlock by Chris Jones. So I read this on Kindle as well. So Chris actually used to work in the jail I worked in. Left now though. Start a new job next week. See you never. But yeah, he actually used to work in the jail I worked in. I don't think he worked there when I'd started, but I know of him and stuff. And then obviously saw he'd become an author, was an author and wrote books. Do Not Unlock, I tell you now, was so weird. I don't know what my voice did then. But to be able to sort of, if you're reading about prison and you've never been in a prison, you probably wouldn't understand. And like the way he described stuff, it would make you be able to visualize it 100% because it was so good. But if you haven't seen the inside of a prison, it can be hard to picture what the inside of a prison is like. You know, maybe you've watched something to do with prison or whatever. I think Time is probably, if anyone's ever watched that, is more of what a prison setting is like. But being able to picture the jail that I worked in as where this is happening, and obviously certain things that were said just added up so well whilst reading this book, and like little bits that were it was just really good. So I gave that a 4-star. So that was a top read, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed that. 4-star. Can't remember if I just said that. Then I had a 5-star this month, guys. I had a 5-star read this month, and honestly, I'm so happy. Like, it was such a good book. It's nothing like I've really read before, but oh, it got me. It got me. So my 5-star read was Frederick Backman, Beartown. The way this book made me feel, honestly, was just insane. Absolutely insane. I just loved it. The storyline, the characters, the way, like, and I loved like the writing size in this book and stuff. Everything about this book was a 5-star. There's certain bits I didn't highlight much because I was so into it that I just didn't stop. But I did highlight a few bits that I thought were like really sweet, or that I was like, what the hell? So if you don't know what Beartown's about, it's about a hockey town, and it's about like teenagers that are going to hopefully become like this huge sensation in hockey sort of thing. But an event happens and it like tears the hockey team apart. I won't talk about the event because trigger warnings and that will be needed, but I'm going to read you a little quote and you can probably guess what the event was that happened is. But it shouldn't, but trigger warning, RAPE. That's it. Yeah. This quote says, "But if she gets drunk and goes into a boy's room, then she's putting him in one hell of a position, isn't she? One hell of a position. It's hardly that bloody easy for the lad to interpret signals like that." I felt so many emotions reading this book, and I was so angry and so sad and so, like, it's actually making me sort of choke up a little bit thinking about it. The way that this was portrayed, honestly, it was just so good. It was 5 stars all around. I loved this book so much. The feelings it made me feel, like, oh, I just loved it. Oh, okay, this is a funny quote in it that this was the first quote I highlighted and I thought, oh yeah, and then the book got deep. I'm just yapping now as well, I truly apologise. It says, Bobo is the biggest of them, as wide as a barn door and ugly enough to make rats move house. There's a hell of a lot of people I can think that suit that quote. But yeah, that was my July wrap up. Obviously with a couple of Kindle books. Ugh, so that was them. How many books is that? How many books did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books, not amazing. But yeah, I enjoyed them all. So yeah. I'm going to start another clip for my August TBR now. But I will see you all in 2 seconds. Hi guys. Now we're going to choose my August TBR. We could be here for a long time because I don't know what I want to read. So books that I will be reading because they're part of my book clubs we will do first. So one book I will be being sent as part of the book club. So that's with the Page Turner book club, and that's going to be the book Gone by Michael Grant. No idea what it's about. I'm not even going to look what it's about. I'm just going to read it when it gets here. I'm hoping for good things. This will be my first book with this book club. So see how that goes. So that will be my first one. Then the Chaotic Coven book club. They are reading Nightshade by Autumn Woods this month. So that one I will be starting soon as well. Then with chapter 25, which has just opened an in-person book club in Wrexham, which I'm buzzing about. I think that's on the 12th of August, I want to say. They are reading Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. I don't have the book. Thought I did, but I must never have bought it when I've seen it. So I don't think I have it anyway. You know when you just think, I feel like I have it, but I don't. It's not on my shelves. So yeah. But that one I was going to read on Kindle, so I didn't have to buy it. But because it's for a book club, I actually will just forget what happens in it. So I'm going to buy the book, read it close to the time, and make sure I put notes, etc. in it. Which is exactly what I'm going to do in Nightshade as well. Make sure I highlight, put notes, etc. whatever into the book. And yeah, probably the same with Gone by Michael Grant when that gets here too. So those 3 are books that I'm definitely going to read because they're book club books. Now I genuinely don't know what I want to read. I have a full I have a full TBR cart there. Oh god, my body. I did Pilates yesterday and I'm in agony. And yeah, I just don't know what I want to read. Oh, the battery's going a little bit in this, so hopefully it will stay. I mean, at least it'll make me do it quicker. I'll have to decide what I want to read. Shall I just grab stuff? Shall I just wing it? And like, hope for the best? Maybe I should. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, this isn't a very good view for you. Let me put you here. There we go. Yeah, I think I might just grab a few books and wing it. Throw them into the pile. Okay, so August TBR from the vibe I'm feeling at the moment. We have them first 3. I might put quite a few on this TBR list, then I can just sort of mood read maybe throughout throughout the list. I might start this one. That's hard. So I can't decide. I just can't decide. This is so hard. Like, there's nothing that's standing out to me or anything. Do I? Wait. I can't get it out. Oh no. God damn. Okay. Okay. I think I actually might have an idea of what I want to read. So. Gotta be this one. Right, so I've actually put a hell of a lot of books here. So, my August TBR is going to be quite long. But ones that I'm going to try and definitely read. So I have the 3 book club ones, which I'm going to get done as soon as possible. So this book I really, really want to read, but it is huge. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. The writing is also tiny. Tiny, tiny. That's a maybe. I'm not going to show that book yet. That's a maybe. Okay, so already on 3 books. So I'm going to read this. This is my first own choice. August TBR. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Apparently it does. This summer will be different. Is that after it? I think this book follows every summer after, kind of. But yeah, I'm gonna read this book. I'm also gonna read The Woman by Kristen Hanna. Now, I've seen loads of people talk about this book and I just feel like I need to read it. I did buy some more Kristen Hanna books the other day from TK Maxx that I was going to put on August TBR, but I'm not yet. This one, this is going to go on. So that's that one. Then I'm going to read... No, I'm going to wait for that one. I'm going to take that one on holiday, I think. Then I'm going to read That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. I've had this one for quite a while. And it sounds really good. So that's going to be the next one. That one I'm going to take on holiday. Then A Man Called Ove. I'm going to read this one because it's quite short. It is... Ooh, okay. Ooh, a fly. Oh my lord, why can't I find the page? Okay, it's about 300 pages long. But I love Frederick Backman's writing of Beartown. So this is going to go on there as well. And the first line on the back says, Over's almost certainly the grumpiest man you'll ever meet. He thinks himself surrounded by idiots. Very me. So that's another one. Then, so they're ones that I definitely want to get to in August. So that's that. I just have choices here. Okay. I'm going to add 3 more. Because apparently I'm going to read 1 million books this month. The first book that I put on, it was going to be A Little Life, but I'm not going to read that now. I'm just not. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready to cry. I'm not ready to ruin my own life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 7 books already on my TBR. So this will be 10 books, so that'll be fine. So I'm going to read Magnolia Parks by Jess Hastings. This I never thought I would read this book, and I've just seen Bestie Sarah go on about it for so long and how much she loves it, and she actually recently reread this book as like her 5-star read. So yeah, I'm going to add this one. I'm also going to add Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I don't know if these link actually. I do have the 7-Year Slip. I don't have a novel love story, but I want to read that as well. Yeah, it doesn't say they link. I will Google, check if they link, but this one I will read. And then if this isn't first, if it is, I don't think it is a series, but if it is, I'll read one of the other 2 first. But yeah, this one. Then I'm going to read Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. Kind of want some more thrillers and stuff like this. Like this is, for Vera, going home means returning to the notorious Crowder house where his serial killer father murdered his victims and buried their bodies beneath. So absolutely this one. So this is going to be my August TBR, and then the 2 books that will be ordered as well. So, oh, I can't straighten them up. This is my August TBR. And yeah, if you've read any of these, if you're going to read any of these, if you feel, I don't know, like I should not read any of these or read something else, please comment below and let me know. That was actually quicker than I thought because I've just thrown myself into it. I haven't even let myself. I'm looking at books that I've got here now and I'm thinking, do I want that one? But no, I'm not doing it. Look away, Beth. Look away. Don't do it. Bye.